Welcome to Spoken English TV. In today's video, we're sharing a powerful 90-day English fluency plan that can take you from basic to confident English speaking in just 3 months. If you've ever struggled with hesitation, grammar, or finding the right words while speaking, this step-by-step plan is exactly what you need. Don't miss the full conversation between Arjun and Komal. It's packed with daily use vocabulary that will boost your spoken English. And if you want the vocabulary from this video, you can get it. Just join the YouTube membership for only 89 rupees per month. You'll receive a doc file with all the intermediate and advanced vocabulary, along with similar words and example sentences. Also, by joining, you'll be able to watch exclusive videos available only for membership users. By joining, you're not just learning, you're also supporting me. These videos take a lot of time, effort, and money to create, and your support truly helps me keep going. So go ahead, click join, and start leveling up your English. And trust me, if you keep learning like this, you'll see a big improvement in your spoken English in just a couple of months. If you like this video, don't forget to like it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. So let's get started.
Arjun, can I ask you something honestly?
Of course, Komal. You know you can ask me anything. What's on your mind?
Do you really believe someone like me can become fluent in English in just 90 days? I mean, 3 months sounds too short. I've been trying for years, watching videos, reading books, and still, whenever I try to speak, I hesitate, get stuck, or make silly mistakes. 90 days almost feels like a marketing promise, not reality.
I completely understand your doubts, Komal. A lot of learners feel exactly the same way. And you're right. Many people study English for years and still struggle when it comes to speaking. But here's the truth. Fluency doesn't depend on how many years you study. It depends on how you practice. If you use the right method with focus and consistency, 90 days are enough to see a massive transformation.
So you're saying the problem isn't that English takes too long, it's that people, including me, are practicing the wrong way?
Exactly. Komal, think of fitness. Imagine one person goes to the gym for 3 years, but all they do is walk slowly on the treadmill for 10 minutes and then leave. Another person goes for just 3 months but follows a clear plan: weights, cardio, diet, recovery. Who do you think will look fitter? Obviously, the second person. English works the same way. Without a focused plan, you can keep learning for years with little result. But with a structured 90-day roadmap, you'll be shocked at how much progress you can make.
Hmm, okay, I'm getting convinced. Then tell me about this plan. What exactly do I need to do in these 90 days?
The plan is divided into three simple but powerful stages: Foundation, day 1 to 30; Activation, day 31 to 60; Fluency Sprint, day 1 to 60, 61 to 90. Each stage has specific goals, daily habits, and rules. If you follow them step by step, you'll move from struggling to confident English in 3 months.
Wow, that already sounds structured. Let's start with stage 1. So, the first 30 days are the foundation stage, right? What does foundation really mean here?
Good question. Just like a house needs a strong base before you add walls or a roof, your English journey needs a base too. Foundation means building habits that make English part of your daily life. In these 30 days, you don't chase perfection, you chase consistency. Even if your grammar isn't perfect or your accent feels off, it doesn't matter. What matters is that your brain gets daily exposure to English, so it starts treating the language as familiar instead of foreign.
Okay, I like that idea. What exactly should I do every day in this stage?
There are four habits you need to build: listening, shadowing, speaking, vocabulary, and writing. Let's break them one by one. The first habit is listening immersion. You must listen to English for 30 to 40 minutes every single day.
But what if I don't understand everything? Sometimes when native speakers talk fast, I barely catch a few words.
That's completely fine. In fact, you don't need to understand everything. Think about how babies learn. They spend months just listening to their parents before saying a single word. They don't analyze grammar or vocabulary. Their brain simply absorbs the sounds, rhythm, and patterns. Slowly, those patterns start making sense. That's exactly what happens to you. So, even if you catch only 20 to 30% at first, it's working.
Oh, so the goal is to get comfortable with the sounds, not to translate everything?
Exactly. It's about training your ears. The more you listen, the more your brain starts recognizing common words and phrases. One day, without even realizing, you'll understand sentences that used to sound too fast. And you don't have to do all 40 minutes in one sitting. You can break it up. Maybe 15 minutes in the morning while having tea, 15 minutes during your commute, and 10 minutes before bed.
And what should I listen to? Movies, news, or something else?
Anything that interests you. If you like cricket, listen to English commentary. If you enjoy cooking, watch recipe videos in English. If you love stories, listen to audiobooks. When the content is interesting, you'll actually enjoy it instead of treating it like homework.
Okay, I understand listening, but what about speaking?
That's where shadowing comes in. Shadowing means listening to a speaker and then copying exactly what they say. Same words, same tone, same accent, same pauses. Do it for at least 15 minutes daily.
Isn't that just mimicking?
Yes, but with purpose. You're not just parroting sounds, you're training your mouth muscles, your ears, and your brain at the same time. Think of it like singers practicing by copying other singers. It helps them learn pitch, rhythm, and control. For English learners, shadowing improves pronunciation, fluency, and confidence.
So basically, I listen and then act like an echo.
Exactly. At first, do it with the short clips, maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute. Slowly move to 2 minutes, then 5. Eventually, you can shadow entire 10-minute talks. It feels tough at first, but after 2 weeks, you'll notice a big difference in how natural your speech sounds.
And vocabulary? Everyone says you need thousands of words to speak fluently. That feels overwhelming.
You're right. English has thousands of words, but you don't need them all at once. In fact, the most common 1,000 to 1,500 words cover almost 80% of daily conversations. For now, aim to learn just 5 to 10 new words each day.
But how do I make sure I actually remember them?
Here's the trick. Don't just memorize, use them. For example, if today you learn the word curious, write and say, I'm curious about the new movie. She looked at me with curious eyes. Kids are naturally curious about everything. This way, the word becomes part of your active vocabulary. You won't just recognize it, you'll be able to use it naturally.
Ah, so repetition in sentences is the key.
Exactly. That's how you move from knowing words to owning words.
And the last habit?
Writing. Every single day, write 10 to 12 sentences in English. Don't worry about perfect grammar. Just write. You can write about your day. Today I went shopping. I bought vegetables. The shopkeeper was friendly, or describe your room. There is a bed, a lamp, and a window. Or reflect on what you learned. I learned 5 new words today and I used them in sentences.
But what if I make mistakes while writing?
That's fine. The point of writing is to force your brain to think in English. Mistakes are part of the process. Later, you'll learn to fix them. For now, focus on expressing ideas.
So, foundation means listening daily, shadowing for 15 minutes, learning 5 to 10 words, and writing sentences.
Exactly, Komal. By day 30, you'll already notice a difference. You may not be fluent yet, but English will no longer feel distant. It will start feeling like part of your life.
Okay, Arjun, so after the first 30 days of foundation, what's next?
Great question, Komal. Once you've built the basic habits, we move into stage 2. Activation. This is from day 31 to day 60. Here, the focus shifts from building habits to actively using English. Think of it like learning to swim. You can't just watch videos about swimming forever. At some point, you have to get into the water. Activation is your jump into the pool stage.
That makes sense. So, what exactly should I do in this stage?
There are 4 main rules: no translation, speaking with people, content creation, and mistake focus. Let's go step by step.
No translation? What does that mean?
It means that from day 31 onward, you should stop translating sentences from your native language into English in your head. For example, instead of thinking in Hindi, मुझे भूख लगी है, and then translating it into I am hungry, you directly think I am hungry.
But what if I don't know the exact words?
That's perfectly okay. At first, your sentences may be simple or broken. You might think, I want food now, instead of, I'm starving and would love to have a meal. And that's absolutely fine. The goal is not elegance. The goal is to train your brain to operate in English without going through the translation filter. With practice, your sentences will get smoother.
So, it's like rewiring my brain. Instead of going language A to English, I go directly English to English.
Exactly, Komal. At first, it feels slow and unnatural, but after a few weeks, you'll notice English words popping into your head automatically. That's when you know your brain has started making the switch.
Alright, what's the second rule?
Speak with people daily. From day 31 to 60, aim to have at least 15 to 20 minutes of real conversation in English every day.
Real conversations? But what if I don't have English speaking friends?
That's a common challenge. But don't worry, you don't only need native speakers. You can practice with classmates, colleagues, or even friends who are also learners. The key is interaction. And if you can't find anyone, use technology. AI tools like Chat GPT or language exchange apps can be great practice partners. You can even record yourself talking and pretend you're having a conversation with someone.
But Arjun, I feel shy speaking in front of people. What if I make mistakes and they laugh?
That's natural. Komal. Almost every learner feels nervous at first. But here's the truth: most people don't care about your mistakes, they care about the message. And the more you speak, the less self conscious you'll feel. Think of it like riding a bicycle. You wobble at first, but soon it becomes second nature.
Interesting. What's the third rule?
It's called content creation. Every day, record yourself speaking in English for 2 to 3 minutes on any topic.
Like what kind of topics?
Anything. Talk about what you did that day, explain how to cook your favorite dish, describe a movie you watched, or share your opinion on the news. The point is to speak continuously while recording.
But why record? Why not just talk in front of the mirror?
Good question. Recording makes you more conscious. When you know you're recording, you naturally try to speak more clearly and correctly. Later, when you listen back, you'll hear your own mistakes, things you didn't notice while speaking. For example, you might realize you always forget to add dash s in third person verbs. Once you notice it, you can fix it.
So, recording is like having a mirror for your voice.
Exactly. And over time, you'll even be able to track your progress. Listen to your day 31 recording, then your day 60 recording. You'll be amazed by the difference.
Okay, and the last rule?
The fourth rule is mistake focus. Don't try to fix all your mistakes at once. That's overwhelming. Instead, choose one or two mistakes and work on them for a few days.
Can you give me an example?
Sure, let's say you often say he go to school instead of he goes to school. For the next few days, focus only on fixing that. Every time you speak or write, pay attention to the dash s with he she it. Once it becomes natural, move on to another mistake like using in versus on.
That feels less stressful than trying to fix everything.
Exactly. Small, focused improvements add up. By day 60, you'll have corrected many of your most common mistakes without even realizing it.
So, to sum up stage 2, I stop translating. I practice speaking with people. I record myself daily and I fix mistakes one by one.
Exactly. By the end of this stage, you'll notice a big change. English will start coming out more smoothly and you'll feel less nervous while speaking.
Alright, now tell me about the last stage. This must be the big one, right?
Yes, Komal. Stage 3 is called the fluency sprint. This is from day 61 to day 90. Think of it as the final push. In this stage, you stop practicing like a learner and start living like a speaker. You challenge yourself more and push your comfort zone.
Okay, so what are the rules here?
There are four again: daily speaking challenge, consumption shift, no subtitles, and confidence hacks.
Tell me about the daily speaking challenge first.
Every single day, speak in English for at least 30 minutes non-stop.
30 minutes? That sounds scary. What if I run out of things to say?
That's a very common worry. But here's the trick. You don't need to give a perfect speech, you just need to keep talking. If you run out of topics, talk about your surroundings. For example, I'm sitting at my desk. There is a cup of tea in front of me. The fan is spinning above my head. It may sound simple, but it keeps your tongue moving in English.
And what if 30 minutes at once feels too long?
Then break it into chunks. Do 3 sessions of 10 minutes or 2 sessions of 15 minutes. The key is consistency. The more you speak, the less you hesitate.
And the second rule?
The second rule is a consumption shift. By this stage, everything you consume should be in English: movies, podcasts, books, news, YouTube videos. Stop mixing with your native language
Why is that important?
because your brain learns best when it's fully surrounded. If you want to think in English, you must also live in English. When you constantly hear, read, and watch English, your brain has no choice but to adapt.
But what about subtitles? I rely on them a lot.
Not anymore. By stage 3, you remove subtitles completely. This forces your ears to catch the meaning directly. At first, it feels hard, but soon you'll be surprised how much you can understand without reading. This is a huge step toward natural listening skills.
And the last rule, confidence hacks?
Yes, this is about putting yourself in situations where you speak in front of others. For example, ask questions in class or at work. Volunteer to give a small presentation. Join a discussion group. Even if you're nervous, push yourself. The more you speak in front of people, the faster your confidence grows.
But Arjun, what if I make mistakes in front of everyone?
Everyone makes mistakes. Komal, think of mistakes as stepping stones. The more you make, the faster you learn. And remember, confidence doesn't come before practice, it comes because of practice. The first few times you'll feel nervous, but then you'll realize, hey, I survived. People understood me. That's how your fear disappears.
Wow, Arjun. So, stage 1 is building habits, stage 2 is activating them, and stage 3 is sprinting into fluency.
Exactly. In stage 1, you make English part of your daily routine. In stage 2, you stop being passive and start using English actively. And in stage 3, you push your limits and start living in English.
And after 90 days of following this plan, I'll actually be confident enough to speak without hesitation.
Absolutely. If you stay consistent, by day 90, you won't just be speaking, you'll also be thinking in English. That's real fluency.
This is amazing. For the first time, I feel like fluency in 90 days isn't just a dream, it's actually possible.
And it is. Komal. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress and consistency. If you give your best effort every single day, 3 months from now, you'll surprise yourself.
Thank you so much for watching the video until the end. I really appreciate your support. I'd love to know what new vocabulary words did you find interesting or helpful. Please share them in the comments below. And finally, if you're a regular viewer and my videos are helping you improve your spoken English, I invite you to consider joining the YouTube membership or supporting the channel by clicking the thanks button in the comments. Your support means a lot and helps me keep creating helpful videos like this one.